G'day guys, Josh here. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Welcome to another Lost Ark episode of the State of the Economy. And I guess I did read your comments last time as well, guys, just in case you were wondering. I was reading the comments, last time. A few people obviously were let's just say, a bit disagreeable with what I said about the gold nerf, not as being as bad as it is. Basically there'll be some short-term fluctuations where, the gold price will slowly go down because people will not be earning gold at a rate that they're currently earning in a previous iteration, basically, as well. I mean, a lot of people had their gold generation effectively halved um, due to this change, due to the gold nerf on all of the bosses. I mean, getting 1k gold is very, very demoralizing, but overall, it will allow newer players to really come back into the game, like, very, very easily as well, given that the gold changes on honing is a lot less, and get them into the Legion raids a lot quicker. Now, overall, though, the main thing Lost Ark has going against it is the fact that there's so many ARPGs going out, which is Diablo 4 as well, and basically as well that Lost Ark has a reputation as being a time sink, and a giant time sink at that. Now, overall, of course, Lost Ark's population has definitely dwindled quite a lot, given the fact there's no more queues anymore, none of the things are busy anymore, as you may have noticed, and there's no queues. Obviously, I think I said no queues twice, but that's, the case for as well. Now, some people may look at it and be like, "What? Why did you say it was a good idea to lower the gold generation in the first place?" The main thing is that reason why it's better to lower the gold generation in the first place because it stops people from going to an extreme margin where inflation is ridiculously high and the newer player can't really catch up, even if they buy gold in the game. It can be like that. Blue crystals are only purchasable via gold purchase. So basically, being able to generate somewhat gold on one character may be able to get you to buy Fions on that character. And then having extra characters is just a bit of a buffer so you can get extra gold, extra pocket money into your back pocket. Instead of what it was previously, where your main was generating, funnily enough, less than 20% of the gold. It was your 5 other alts that were generating a large amount of the gold that you had. And you may be like, wait. Then think about how much gold you generated on Voltan, how much gold you generated on Vicus, and how many gold you generated on Argos, on your alts. And you'll start to realize that your main actually wasn't really your main gold generator. Like, you didn't generate as much gold as those 3 other ones did combined. Like, your 5 other characters probably generated over 75% of your gold compared to your main, which generated 25%. Now, it's obviously a bit different where your main generates probably about 40 to 50%, and your alts generate all 5 of them and generate 50%. It's a critical balance that you need to strike, that your main is still actually doing something meaningful compared to you have to go on your alts if you want gold to feed your main and vice versa. Now, some people may not understand this point. They might be okay with playing multiple characters. But the thing is that most of the people who play RPGs and MMORPGs these days are not much of a younger generation, okay? So you got to have that casual player base in there, even though MMORPGs are not really a good casual-based game to begin with. I don't know, but either way, they gotta somehow get this casual player base in, and not be like, oh yeah, by the way, if you want to make any gold in this game, you got to play 6 characters. It just isn't going to happen, unfortunately. So they've got to reduce that incentive, that you need 5 characters, but at the same time rewarding players that want to build up 5 characters with some sort of reward. Now, a lot of those players that were okay with that are pissed off because now their extra rewards are a lot less. But you just got to understand the main scheme of things, that if you do that extra effort and get those 5 extra characters, you still will get the same amount of blue crystals. Obviously, in this market, the 2 weeks to 3 weeks for it to adjust is going to be chaotic. Is going to be crazy. I can understand your frustration when blue crystals still cost 4k and you're not generating that much anymore. Okay, I know that short term is going to be crazy, but in the long term, it will just even out and you'll be back to buying blue crystals as per usual again, and you'll be generating the same amount of gold that you used to generate. I know I've quit the game, but I can understand what they're trying to do. Okay, is it going to work? Does it work? When it work? I'm not sure. Okay, it's a hard one. Because even if it doesn't work, well, the game's going to go plop. And now we're in a situation where the game's going to go plop due to overinflation, or, try to reduce the gold, make the main more of a focus, and, just hope that somehow brings players to the game. That's pretty much what they were served with. Now, anyways, let's get to the bussing today. Let's see how the bussing is going today. I'm doing this on a Saturday because I have no time on Sunday to do any of this. As I got a wedding today. Then I'm going on Sunday straight to a lunch. and it's a bit chaotic this weekend. But you can see here 500G bus you pay via book, so basically 500G. Pretty cheap these days, given that obviously of course like the buses have gone down in price, given the fact that, well, all the gold you generate has gone down in price. So a lot of people are paying buses to get enough gold, like 300 extra gold is fine enough for them. I mean, 700G. Of course, there's people who want to do quick buses on Argos as well. There's even card runs as well. And you can see here, a lot of people want to just blast through Argos. There's not many Argos buses anymore. I just don't think it's really worth bussing too much. Now, looking here as well for the Voltans, we don't see any carries. Well, actually, no, we do have a 2k carry here as well for hard mode. So I guess we see a hard mode carry, but like not too much of these carries anymore coming in. Now, Vikings will probably see the hard mode carry still. As you can see here, 2.8k, 3k, because you can generate a lot of gold from it as well. But overall, not too many carries either down here. Now, I've got to say, I think the new sweet spot might be 1460, okay? It might be 1460 at the hard mode Vikings to get a bit of extra gold generation. We'll see what happens there as well. But I think a lot of people, don't want to push that 1460 due to the Stronghold buff going away at that point. Actually, no, the Stronghold buff's already gone away at that point, my bad. Now we're going to go towards the Midnight Circus to see any carries. It's a semi-AFK bust, 15k, 15k. Ooh, a lot of people including the box as well. So a lot of people offering 15k, so some buses alive and well here. I believe Bro Shards has a few buses as well. 9k, 9k, that's pretty awesome to see actually. Really cheap actually for a 1 to 4 bus. I might, if I come back to this game, I might take that up, okay, to learn to fire and stuff like that as well. But that's very, very interesting. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people doing Broshaza, okay? Broshaza is just the raid in the town at the moment. Anyways, that's enough about the buses. Let's just get into the Mario store. And I've got to say, I did check this a bit earlier, and I'm kind of like, expected this as well. Blue crystals being below 3k, okay? Very, very expected. Just to be real with you guys as well. This was always going to happen, that the blue crystal price is going to go down because people have less gold. People, people either selling gold to get gold, or they've got enough gold but they don't want to buy blue crystals, so they're going to wait. So I think I explained that poorly anyway. So what's happened is that some people have sold gold, or sold, use real life money to get gold to buy blue crystals, and what that happens is increase the supply of the royal crystals, but also at the same time people don't want to buy too many blue crystals due to the gold generation has gone down as well because they don't have the money for it. Therefore, the supply of the gold has gone up, but the supply of the crystals, the demand of the crystals has gone down. Therefore, the price will go down, basically. And this is what's occurred here. It is really just sticking in line of inflation. I'm surprised it's done this so much quicker than it has on NA West, because the other servers aren't having this little thing at the moment where basically like blue crystal price is going down tremendously. So you can see here as well, like blue crystals below 3k, which was basically, to put it down to it, I believe it was it was Voltan, I believe, when Voltan was introduced. That was the price back then, okay, if you ever think about it. Anyway, next up we're going to go into the AH, and the AH we're going to check the honing mats right away. We're actually going to check the fish afterwards as well. This is the first time I've seen the tier 2 mats, tier 1 mat weapon maps going up to 2G, okay, it's the first time I've seen this. And also the tier 2, tier 2 mats are pretty cheap at the moment. I guess there's not a lot of new people playing. There's a lot more new people playing for the reason for these destruction stone fragments to be so high. But then again, I'm a bit surprised given the fact that you can do a tier 1 speedrun and get most of your mat materials compared to the tier 2 speedrun where you don't. Protection stones, there's 3G at the moment. Crystallized Guardian, like I say, all tier 3 mats can be relatively cheap, but I'm surprised to see protection stones at 3G. So that's slowly coming down. A lot of the leap stones have dropped in price. I mean, on the leap stones especially, this is the first time they've been in 8G, like below double digits. The funny thing is, like I say, simple arrays and basic arrays back down to 8. Simples have gone up to 8, basic have gone up to 12. So it's slowly making a bit of demand back in here as well. Also, crystallized destruction stones go to 4G as well. So I think that's a lot of the gold going out the market, a lot of success rates increasing as well, which means that the tier 3 mats are not worth as much anymore. As I said before, Solar Graces and all these, thingos are going down quite a bit. 18G for one of them as well. Oh, I got my prediction wrong here. I thought Solar Protections would be below 100G next time I did this. Bugger. It's 111G though. Leapstones have just completely crashed in price. I mean, Greater Honor Leapstones at 26, 45 miles Honor Leapstones. I'm just going to say at this point, I think a lot of people got their characters and mains to a point that is just, they don't have really much to use for mats anymore. Like, they don't have much use for mats anymore. They've got their characters up to where they want, and basically their price has gone down. So I've got to say right now, if you want to hone some of your alts up, probably a good time to do it, because the price is going to continue to drop, where people are just going to be happy with their alts, happy with their mains being at X level. Some people push their alts up to, like, everyone on brochures and stuff like that to generate more gold. That's pretty much up to you. Superior Oreha Fusion Materials at 26G, probably going to stay there. I'm actually surprised that basic Oreha has only gone up by 2G, but to be expected, to be honest. I expected basic Oreha to go up, given the fact more people are making superior, so therefore you get the division between who's making what. How many? Let's go to shard pouches as well. How many shard pouches? Well, live shard pouches is still outrating on a shard pouches. I think it's got to this point where basically from now on, that honor shard pouch is not really needed anymore. People got to that top end where it's just like, hey guys, we got to that top end. We don't need honor shards too much anymore. We got our characters all honed up. Honor shard pouches aren't really a worry to me. And this could also lead to the fact that, my argument where you could hone a bit more effectively on your alts, given the fact that honor shard pouches are a bit cheaper. Now, this means you probably want to take tier 2 maps currently, but at the same time, Harmony shard pouches are ridiculously cheap too, which is a really tough one because honor shard pouches are double the price of Harmony shard pouches, okay? So it might be an indication, especially if you don't get a legendary map. Like, you get a legendary map, you get 8, 16 compared to 1. So I think at the moment, it really differs. It's actually getting to the point where you may want to hold off on your Rift pieces and consider buying 1 tier 3 map over 2 tier 1 maps. The main reason why I say this is, you can see here, basically the honor shard pouches and the harmony shard pouches almost double. And when they get over that double mark, it is actually better to farm the honor shard pouches with a tier 3 map, every half week, of course, using your 2 tier 2 maps and stuff like that, every half week to do the tier 3 map. Could be a case at this point. I've actually got to double check the maths on this as well, but that's something for you guys to take a look at. Basically, as well as we're waiting here as well, we're going to take a look at the Oreha mats, okay, as well, because we always want to take a look at those. Sorry, wrong thing. We're going to take a look at the fishies. Fishies are down to 13G. Relic and Fig Meat down to 30 to 46. I'm going to say in the future, I feel like the Oreha support material prices are going to go down because these mats are going down as well. Also, I want to say something. I'm glad to see the Acacia Grand Prix back as well. Okay, Grand Prix. I really enjoyed that event. Okay. But anyways, I digress. Let's get to consumables quickly as well. Let's get to the potions. Let's see how much they are at the moment. I expect potions to drop a bit, but actually potions have gone up slightly as well. Elemental HP potions, I guess a lot of people are picking those up for the future. They're still a slight buy, not a strong buy as they were previously when they're below 30G. Grenades, gotta say grenades are pretty much a good buy at the moment for Dark and Whirlwind. Obviously, some people want to get Splendids as well. If you want to, go for it. But I gotta say Dark and Grenades, like the grenades are pretty cheap at the moment as well. 30G is definitely a pickup price. Same with bombs, okay? That's a pickup price as well. Basically, anything below 50G is a pickup price for the bombs and any consumables, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take a look at Panacea as well, because I've been taking a look at it for a long time. Panacea is in a good area as well. I remember back at Panacea in the good old days as well, when I had to take some of those for, which boss was it? The Voltan, the first boss, the pack leader boss. Next up, we're going to take a look at the steak, the feast. Let's see how they are at the moment. The feast is at tier 2 more than tier 3. Nah, that's good. The steaks have taken a drop back. Overall, the steaks are obviously very, very valuable, as you can see there as well, with the combat resource, vitality, and obviously the DPS game. Now, next up, we're going to go to the engravings. Now, engravings, well, we'll see how the green side is at the moment, but a lot of the green books are starting to get expensive, even the combat ones. I mean, I remember when I had a page of 1Gs, but now you can see here a lot of double digits for some, like, not super strong engravings. Now, with the engravings, well, as you may have known of, they gave the engraving support for the Hyper Express event where you can automatically raise 4 engravings to rank, I think it was rank 3 or rank 4, I'm not terribly too sure. I think it was actually rank 3, so basically allowing people to just hop into the game right away. So these green books have gone up in price given the fact that newer players aren't actually collecting the green books. They're just being springboarded to the next thing. So a lot of these people who are collecting these green books now probably find themselves in a good marketplace because a lot of people who will need green books in the future because they want to get other engravings and stuff like that will need to be actually able to pick these up. Now, the blue book market's actually going to be pretty crazy as well. In fact, there's not a single blue book that is 1 gold. But you can see as well, like, none of the blue books go into double digits except enhanced weapon, okay? This is becoming a joke at this stage, okay? Every time, it's always enhanced weapon, okay? Always. We go to epic books. Epic books will always be 1G. Generally, the fact that people still run into content that drops epic books non-stop. I would be surprised if I see anything in triple digits here. You can see here, nothing in triple digits. Even the artist, okay? Even a new class, not in triple digits, okay? Now we go to the legendaries. I think the legendaries will still be ridiculously cheap. In fact, we're getting 1G books for some of the legendary stuff as well. I feel legendary engravings are still going to go down. If you want to hold off on it, go for it. I mean, enhanced weapon at 99G. You know, some of these class engravings, I mean, they're not the best, obviously, for some classes, but being ridiculously cheap at the moment where you can just, like, pick those off for very, very easy is good to see. I mean, Berserker Technique, I'm not sure if that's still best in slot. I mean, like, a lot of these are below 1kg, which is, I guess, right now, incredible. I expect Grudge to be still 10k. No, it isn't. I guess Artist is always going to be particularly high. Grudge is below 10k. Bar's below. I can say right now, if you can wait, if you want to wait, you can. But these prices are still going to go down. I mean, I remember when these prices were like 10kg. I think only Adrenaline has really maintained its value at 3.5k. But overall, as you can see, basically, if you grab one of these, sell right away. If you want to wait, just wait for the prices to go down, because I feel like the bottom hasn't fallen out of this legendary engraving market yet, and you can probably wait to get a bit more. However, if you can't wait, you need that extra engraving, I would say buy now. Obviously, it's very, very cheap. It could go skyrocketing back up at any time with legendary engravings. It really depends on how the game devs play it, essentially, as well. That's the hard one. We're gonna go to pets and skins, and I guess I expect pets and skins to not be very liquid. Let's just put it that way. Not be very liquid at all. And, oh, wrong thing actually. But yeah, we'll just go to the average state. We'll go to the average rank price. We'll see how it is. But I gotta say right now, don't expect these to be very liquid at the moment. You can see here, well, there's actually a new skin there. Aeon's Oreha Gauntlet. Aura Gauntlets. Interesting, given the fact that I was trying to still have 180k. But I gotta say, it won't be very liquid at the moment because the skin prices haven't actually adjusted to the falling gold price. So a lot of these skins will eventually, like, people trying to sell it for the amount that they purchased with gold ages back, but the gold prices are falling quite considerably, that people may want to wait for where they're next available and then purchase it like that. So you can see here some people getting impatient and obviously, you know, buying it pretty quickly, but I think a lot of people are just being patient for the next event to come around and then basically buy it then. And as you can see here, some of these haven't adjusted to gold prices. Usually the ones that came up before haven't really adjusted to those gold prices that are now, basically. Now the pets here as well, the pets have definitely gone down. And I think the pets have adjusted to the gold prices, as you may have seen here, other than the cats, of course, and the rarer pets that may not be released again. But you can see here, like, a lot of the pets now are like 12k and stuff like that, where previously they were probably at least double due to the gold price. Next up, we're going to go to the gems. So we're going to go to the gem chest at the moment. The tier 3 gem chest actually falling back a bit. I'm actually a bit surprised that a tier 2 gem chest is that high. I think it could be a bit of gold selling in here as well, but I'm not totally too sure. Next up, we're going to go to the gems. First of all, we're going to go to all, because Deadeyes don't exist, okay? Let's just put it that way. I'm going to go to a legendary and we go to tier 3. I feel like these gem prices have probably dipped massively. If I'm going to be honest, it's going to be dipping massively. I wouldn't expect, yeah, I was going to say, it would have dropped below 10k, and that's because people at this stage, everyone's got level 7 gems. It's the level 8 and the level 9, the level 10 gems that people want at this point, and that's just crazy. A newer player can buy some top tier gems very, very quickly for very little gold investment. Also, not to mention as well, the gold, you know, inflation has dropped as well. Now, the other step, which is the level 10, you may also notice as well that there's only been 10 pages of sales this week. So you can see here, basically relic gems have just flatlined. I mean, the most expensive sold was 220. Damage gems have gone from like 600k to like 430. You can see here is just basically everyone's getting to the point that everyone has level 10 gems. Therefore, everyone's like, oh, I can sell those in the market. So everyone is putting more supply up, and the demand isn't increasing too much either. It's just mainly the newer players trickling in, and there's not many of them. And therefore, the level 10 gem prices are all just falling apart at the moment. Since the supply has just gone absolute crazy. Now let's get to the accessories as well. And accessories is going to be, oh, it's going to be an interesting market basically as well, because accessories is going to have a lot of people who are gold selling, and you can see here a lot of these are all hashtag sell gold kind of thing. This one, I guess I think still hashtag sell gold, given the fact they try to sell it for 999,000 on a precise stagger grudge, which is not that great to be honest. I think there's a lot of gold selling still in this game, given the fact there's a lot of pieces being sold for above certain amounts where they don't have good engravings. And you probably, I guess say right now, you probably want to be looking in maybe this area. Yeah, I was going to say this area, like if it's 100, you want to double check it. But yeah, basically artist engravings is selling quite high. This is also probably a good sell. I think accessory prices have been bumped up a tad actually. As you can see here, a few of these, well, that's gold selling actually. But a few of these here, like, they're selling at 100k, so I think a few of the artist engravings are definitely going up. Still think it's all, I guess right now, still think it's all a bit gold selling here as well. Is that also gold selling? Yes. So there's a lot of gold selling still going on at the moment as well. I feel like if you can get a decent piece as well from 88k or so, or 86k, you see here, maybe, let's see, maybe you can get some good pieces here as well. Recurrence, oh geez, some of these are quite awful. Pinnacle, that's a good one. So you can see here a lot of engravings, like you can get some really good engravings between the 80k to 70k mark. I say if you want to get top tier engravings, you're going to be paying 100k. But if you want to get some alright, okay engravings, 70k seems to be like the area that people seem to put it at the moment as well. As you can see here, you're getting some pretty good engravings. I mean, Pinnacle, Curstole, Stabilized Status, Lunar Voice, KBW. There's a lot of these really top tier engravings being sold at like 60k, 65k, which I guess can be a good thing for a new player if they want to get that one piece that's really really good for their engraving set. It pretty much is here. We're going to get to the bracelets as well, and the bracelets as well has been a bit of a gold selling area as well, as you can see here. But you can probably see here at this point, bracelets are slowly decreasing, generally because of the fact that a lot of people have got these bracelets already, and people have got the stat bracelet already. That I don't think it's going to be going any higher at this point. I think if you want to get a bracelet, probably the best time to buy it now. Last but not least, we've got ability stones, and ability stones, I'm going to say gold sellers. You can sell to gold sellers everywhere. Basically, to get a good ability stone, I think 3k could be, 3k is too high. I don't know, 3k is actually, high enough. I think the ability stones have gone up slightly as well. Could be the fact that, less people trading the ability stone market, like people quitting and stuff like that. Therefore, like, people want to get a 9-7 stone still, so they will just level up for it. However, there's a few ability stones really cheap. I'm not sure why people have been trying to put their, well, I guess it could be early in the week and this is later in the week maybe, I'm not really too sure, but ability stones were quite high for a bit there, which was a bit out there for me. But anyways guys, that's pretty much it. The gold nerf has been felt a few across the board as well. I mean, accessory prices, ability stone prices have definitely gone down. Honey map prices have basically plummeted. So I think overall, I think the market's starting to adjust where, you can buy, very decent mats and, hone up your characters at a very cheap rate. And it could be a good time to do that, to try and get to those areas where they haven't nerfed the gold yet. And, be able to generate a bit of extra gold on the side to purchase a lot of things cheaper. I'm not terribly too sure about that, but my strategy seems like it could be the go. Like, basically getting your characters to hard mode Vicus, basically, as well. I know the gold investment's pretty large for it, but, hard mode Vicus, hard mode Voltan, even though the hard mode Voltan game a bit of a gold nerf, I feel like that's, it generates a lot of gold, and obviously, skipping out on Argos, obviously, because 1k gold might not really be worth it. Or you could even, try to get to the Cuckle Sidon Rage, which, like I say, might be a bit harder. But we'll see what it is. Also, not to mention as well, that the support mats, if you want to put some, support mats to it, are also pretty cheap as well now, given the fact they're also dropping in price because not many people are using them anymore. That's some food for thought to, take a look at, and maybe, hey, that we should, start potentially honing. But also at the same time as well, you've got to remember that honing now costs gold beyond 1445. But those are some food for thought for you guys as well to take in consideration. Anyways, guys, have a great day, and I hope you guys have a good one, and see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.